Hello and welcome. My name is TyrionLanstr. Well, folks, we've just gotten a new update, so you know what time it is. Time to look through it, review it, and see what we got. Okay, so first things first, we've got some new content. This is actually a ton of new content. I'm going to go through all of it with you, but definitely a lot to get really excited about. So the first thing is the new support dragon system. Basically, we're getting a new dragon called the Lightning Dragon, and then kind of in accompaniment with the introduction of the new dragon, we have a event called the Dance of the Dragons, which is really just the festival event that we often will get, where we just have a bunch of different events, and I'll show that in a minute. The last two new contents are really kind of things that we have to look forward to. So first, Season 2 of the Battle of the Narrow Sea event is going to come soon, and then we also have the new All Out War event. I've done a few videos on the basics of All Out War, but now they've actually brought it from the Pioneer server to the regular server, so you can look through all the rules and what is going to be coming in there. Okay, so let's take a look at the support dragon first. Alright, so if I go to my dragon now, as you can see, there's this new format to it. I've got my 3 dragons, and then I've got this egg that hasn't hatched yet. This is what the full dragon will look like. It looks great, honestly. But as you can see here, when you mouse over it, there are now war dragons, and there are support dragons. The way the support dragon works is that you don't actually dispatch him, you don't use him in battles, you cannot send him on expeditions. All that you do with him is he basically gives talent that will then help your other dragons. So if we go over to the right, we can see that at different stages you have new unlocked basically talent trees that you can go down. So what we have is at the whelp stage, we can either increase the dragon power or the dragon defense, and that's the same as the young dragon. And then in Drake 1, we get the option to do any of the individual troop types defense. At Adult Dragon, we get health. At Elder, we get more of the power and defense. And then at Ancient, we get attack reduction. Notice that the others are actually increases, and the last is a attack reduction. So that's the basic gist. Okay. Nothing too crazy there. As you increase the level of your electric dragon, you will get these talent points that you can then use on your dragon. Okay, nothing too crazy. So how exactly do you unlock him? Well, if you go to unlock, you'll notice that in the merchant now there's a new lightning egg. It costs 300 marks of the true dragon. Not too crazy. But once you get that, you will unlock your lightning dragon, and then you will need lightning essence in order to grow him. Notice that there is a cap of just 2 a day from the lightning essence, but it's only 15 marks to get each one. I kind of hope they do some sort of trade-in event, because I know I'm probably not alone in the fact that I have a ton of shadow essence, fiery essence, all this other just useless stuff now that I would love to be able to trade it in for Marks of the True Dragon so I could get more lightning essence, but we'll see, time will tell. Okay, so that's the new dragon. Now, this new Dance of Dragons event is right here. Like I said, it's the same festival event where you get something every day. Really, really good rewards. Love this. Notice on the side it's a new album chest. This is the Wedding Between Lion and Wolf photo chest. It is in album 3. Just to be aware of that you are getting a new one now, which is definitely very nice. Nothing else too crazy here, though. As you can see, they are letting us know that All Out War is out. You can go to that, and it'll take you to the cross-server page. Also, they have this kind of reward as you are getting your Lightning Dragon up. This will last for 30 days, so you have plenty of time to get your Lightning Dragon up as much as you can. It only is going to go up to 35. My assumption is that the Lightning Dragon still goes all the way up to 60, but they're only giving you rewards for getting up to 35, which I think will probably be pretty difficult for people that are, just because I think it's probably going to take a lot of essence to get that high, and you're only able to get 2 a day. Well, you're only going to get 2 a day from the shop. You can get additional ones through this Blood Dragons shop. So basically, there's this new currency called the Blood Dragon's Emblem, and you can trade that in for Lightning Essence, Shadow Essence, some albums that top the wall, as well as Sack of Winterfell, which most people probably already have finished, or you can trade it in for Blessing Stones. Now, really, really quickly, if you want a way to get Lightning Essence, do this. Like, absolutely, you can get Lightning Essence this way. There's really no other way to get it outside of the 2-a-day in the merchant shop, so from that perspective, it's really good. I will show that there is one other place you can get it if you actually go to All Out War. Part of the rules, if you look at the rewards, you'll notice that each faction is going to get some Lightning Essence. So this is another good way to get Lightning Essence, but that's going to take a little while. My assumption is that that might come through by the end of the month, but we don't really know. So, in terms of daily getting it, this is a great way to do it. But it's very expensive. Just for some context, it cost 15 Marks of the True Dragon to get 1 Lightning Essence. Remember that it's basically a 1-to-1 ratio with Blessing Stones, but think about the fact that it's 1 Blood Dragon's Emblem for 20 versus 10 for 1. So if you think about what this means, like, in theory, one of these Blood Dragon's Emblem giving 20, if I had to do full 10, it'd be 200 Blessing Stones. And then 200 Blessing Stones is the equivalent of 200 Marks of the True Dragon. Well, clearly, you wouldn't do 200 Marks of the True Dragon for 1 Lightning Essence, so you can tell that that's not a great deal. As you can see, I've still bought some of it anyway because I want to find a way to get Lightning Essence quickly, and I do think it's going to be worth it in the long run. I think that for pretty much anyone that doesn't want to rush the Lightning Essence, though, you're better off going for the Blessing Stones. I think that it's just a great deal, great way to get them, and the other 3 I don't think many people are probably going to be using. Now, I will admit that it is a little bit cut off for me what the remaining quantity is, but I wanted to go over both of them just to show you that I think this number is probably 50 or 500, and then this number is probably either 200 or maybe it's 2,000. I would be kind of surprised if they did. But I'm sure you're probably wondering, well, how do you actually get these Blood Dragon's emblems? And as you can see, if you hit the plus here, it'll take you to your events and to the Blood Dragon's Grace. Again, this can be found by just going to your events, and it's right there as well. So this is the same kind of like weapon depot type of event, and one of the rewards now is the Blood Dragon's emblem, and that you get as you complete these different tasks. Okay, so we've covered all the different ways you have to get your electric, your lightning emblems, your essence for it, the way to get the egg, all that good stuff. It's all taking place here. Now, the rest of the Dance of Dragons shop, or really, I should say page, has 4 other events coming. We don't know what they are yet. They are technically mysteries. I do think that we can make a few guesses. We pretty much always see the Arrow event as well as the Resource Collection event with these. I would expect us to get those. I think it's also a fair guess to think that we might get an Iron Bank considered one of these. But, we'll definitely see. Time will certainly tell. Okay. I think that's about it for the new dragon and the new dragon related event. Really, really quickly, like I said before, we're getting the new Battle of the Narrow Sea event, as well as the All Out War. Please check out the other videos I've done about All Out War. I do think that they are pretty similar, but if you want to take a look at the rules, you should go ahead and do that. I will make another video once we get All Out War actually started to see what the changes are that they made from Pioneer, but I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, I loved the Battle of the Narrow Sea event. It was one of my favorite kind of mini events that they've done. Really enjoyed it. I'm excited to see it come back. Excited to see what changes end up coming to it. I expect they will have made some tweaks, so once we find out what those are, I'll also be going and diving into that. The rest of the changes were just kind of, GUI and other tip things, so nothing too crazy, but hope this was helpful for all of you to learn about what's going on new, and until next time, my name is TyrionLanstr. I'll see you then.